What's going on, guys? It's your boy Cash, and we are here back in Eternal Return the Eternals. And what I wanted to do, I had this long video I actually recorded, and I'm just gonna scrap it. I'm gonna throw it in the garbage. What I really wanted to do is show you guys how I make a actual save plan, but I'm gonna do it a quicker version. Oh my god, if you guys saw the other one, it was like a long video because I was explaining everything. But I think by the power of me already doing it, I can back explain it better than I can forward explain it. Does that make any sense? It probably doesn't. Anywho, as you can see, this was the first one that I made. It's actually the one that I made in the video, and this one is a 5 area, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it was really weird because like I go 1, 2, and I go to the dock, and then like I was like, yeah, if I can go to factory or chapel, depending on which one I'm at, I go here. I actually found that when I go for the beach, I needed a teleporter from beach from uptown, so I would go to beach and then I'll go to uptown, and then sometimes in uptown I would get this, the windbreaker, and I was like, yeah, that kind of works. It's like this super, and that's not technically what you want, especially like again, you can leave notes here so I could tell people like, oh, this is how you run the build, but it's supposed to be easy. Let me show Easy Street. Where's Easy Street? My girl Eva, Easy Street. I clicked on the wrong thing and I feel embarrassed. All right, Eva. So this one, 3 areas, baby. After really looking at this, not every single character can get this, and not every single character. And then you could see this one has a blue, and you can look at, it's like sometimes they're not like not everything is completely specified to be in the build, but at the same time you're done. As you can see here, 2 things in the first area, purple by the end of the first area. No, sorry, the second area. Second area, and then finish in the third. 1, 2, 3. Actually going down in a straight line. So you go to Alley Avenue to Pond, and then boom, Eva is online, and you can go do what you got to do, which is nuts, right? So I think that this is the more important thing, that most characters that have a 3 area like finish rate, they're gonna be able to be in the fights, they're gonna be busting your butt. And now it doesn't mean that a 4 or 5 is bad, because sometimes you're in an area literally for 1 or 2 items. So it's like it is a 4, but it's a really quick 4 depending on how fast you find it. Like as you can see, when this person goes to when you go with this build to Avenue, you're only looking for a few things. So you get those few things, your Avenue is relatively quick, and you're ending up in Pond. As I was saying in the video you guys didn't see, is that, you know, certain areas, depending on the meta of the game, depending on what characters are currently going through and who's popular. So let's say she's dumb popular. Let's say that, you know, her build requires people to go to Pond. You might want to switch this to Pond first, Avenue Alley. There's a whole slew of other things. Like I'll say also, it's really annoying when you're stuck with items because you can't craft anything because you need something else. The new recent switch that they did that allows you to craft on the actual like searching, which is really good, but at the same time sometimes you still end up with too much stuff in your inventory. So it's still a play, you still got to play around with stuff. But what I'm gonna do is show you guys how I came up with this. Now this says 3 area, but it's really not. I'm sorry, I'm a liar. You can see this dirty steel chain relatively out of my thing, and as you can see, I also have a 2 blues technically. Now the rider's jacket, it's because it actually turns into chest. Look at the chest. Goes into her special item, which is the smolder. So the problem with the smoldering jacket or whatever like that, you get the rider jacket, you need tree of life and a lighter. The reason why I don't do this is because it started to drive me nuts. I would have this lighter in my inventory, and I wouldn't remember exactly what it's for, and then it just threw me nuts. In the match, and I'll show you guys in match, if you ever have a thing, or you get a tree of life randomly, or you get a mistral stone, or you get a meteorite, you can easily just press a few buttons and then, oh, okay, I got this, what can I make out of it, really quickly, and then make a game plan based off that. So when I'm doing my actual build, I only need the rider's jacket, so I don't need this lighter. I can find it later in the match. I can go teleport around while I'm fighting, and get that, and then get my phantom jacket. So I don't need to put that in the build. Same thing with the killer heals. The killer heals, I think I need, the only difference here is the tights and the steel chain. I could put it in there, but then sometimes you'll be stuck with the tights, you know, like the tights might be somewhere. You can always get that later. So it says 3 areas, but it's kind of deceiving. It's technically a 4 area because I have to put, like, if I wanted to, I could put this thing. I end up in the dock, but see, as the dock has no teleporter, the steel chain is in the beach, or it's in cemetery, but as you can also see, it's in animals as well. So I theoretically could get it as a drop as I'm farming. So it's like I don't really need to do it, but once I'm done with this build, I actually am very decently strong. I can start fighting people, and that's kind of what this is supposed to be. This build thing, these save plans are actually just supposed to be your power spike. It doesn't mean that when you need to go all the way to your 5th, 4th area, and then once you're done, then you start fighting people. You need to make these based on when you are able to actually fight someone. And if you can get online quicker than someone else, then guess what? You're going to be able to fight and most likely win the fight. And then sometimes you'll get something, if not something better, from somebody else. You might get a meteorite, a tree of life, or one of the items that are actually built from that actual fight. So what I usually do, I'll go into here, I'll edit it, but I can easily go back. So what does it take for me to get this first weapon? Usually I was like, okay, so I'm in school, when I even went out this weapon, I know it's the plasma whip, right? So what if I want to pick, I usually pick the weapon that I kind of want. I take it the options because the weapon is the most important. It's like kind of the crucial part of your build or whatever. So I said, hey, you know, attack power, attack speed, vision, extra basic attack sounds pretty good. I also like the thunder whip too. It kind of gives you both, the best of both worlds, you know. You need the attack speed, you also need skill amp for your damage and your skills. But let's say, like I said, I went with the plasma whip. Then I'm gonna go here, and then this is where I start to see what can I get, how fast can I get the plasma whip online. I'm gonna just X this all out, right? These are the 3 materials that I need to make the plasma whip. That's it. A laser pointer, razor, and a battery. So I start to see like where are those things. So school, hospital, uptown, and you can also highlight it here. It does a decent more job. Like you just go. So that's why I think I went to school or whatever. You go school, and then now, you know, I need to, where else do I need to go? I need to go to Avenue, possibly. The battery is an Avenue or Dock, right? So that's why I picked Dock as a 3, because, you know, if you do that, boom, you're done. Then as you start adding other items into it, like I think, what do we have? The rider's jacket, right? So I decided to go rider's jacket. You start to see, look, where do I finish? What was it? The head. I think it was the tactical, yeah, tactical ops, right? So now I'm looking at this and I'll say, even if I was to use the helmet, right? So piano wire. So if I'm like, oh, where's the piano wire? So I can go this into the hotel, right? And now I get 2. So, okay, so what else can fit into that in the arms department? I already know it's the plasma arc, but let's say I would go like Nightingale, and then I would go back to here and I'd be like, well, Nightingale, if I want to add that in there, I would have to go to another area that does this. Luckily, as you can see, the forest does. So now I have 4 things by 4, right? And you can keep doing this over and over and over again. Let's say, does the Maverick runner fit into that? It does not. And this is how you end up with like 5 areas. Sometimes you going around, and then as you can see, hotel, I'm only going for 2 things. But if I take this out, the Nightingale, and I put in, I think we were just doing the high heels, right? The killer heels. And I figure I go there. And you can see the note, oh, now it's 2. And then if I take out this and tactical ops, what was it? The plasma arc, you'll see that, boom. Now I actually finished the plasma arc in 3 as well. So like you start to see you have finished items, and what's most important about finished items is that they go from your actual item slots, and it takes it out of your inventory. So you actually then can start stocking up food, you can start stocking up surveillance cameras, you can start doing all of that, and it's way more beneficial to you. And like I said, you can start fighting, and all of that is once you are actually finished. So it's really important to have your stuff done by 2 to 3 areas. I don't think there's possible of a 2 area finish. I think it's by that. I'm just gonna exit and I want to save. No. So you can see it comes back here, and that's why I did for that all those items until I got to the point where, as you can see, I'm literally I stay in school the longest. I'm in hotel for a very short time, and it says stone, you know, like stone I can get from anywhere really. And then I'm in hotel for a short time, and then there's a teleporter. Also keep in mind, if you're trying to do something, that's why that first build is terrible, because it doesn't actually end in a teleporter to go to another spot. So this one is hotel, school, hotel, and then go into dock. And then I can go, as you can see, I can go into Chapel Cemetery to go get my chain if I really want to, because I can even obviously just click it. I'll show you guys in game. I can just click it, go into the cemetery. Also, you know, if I want to go, let's say I'm up this part, I can go factory and then teleport into the cemetery, or depending on, you know, the port of the game, I can teleport back into beach, maybe farm up a little bit there. As you can see, also alley, I can go in the alley. Like it's flexible, and I think that's good. I can also just select one of these places and then tell myself to go to those things without having to consult with the in-game thing. But I feel like it's not that bad. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna quickly go into a game, and I'm just gonna showcase the little options. And just in case, most of the people that play this game already know this stuff, but I feel like a lot of people just copy the build that they see in front of them instead of making their own. Another really quick thing I wanted to bring up in this screen, these are obviously the build. These are where I think everyone just instantly goes to. They don't actually think, you know, but you should make your own. But also another thing before it runs away is that you should actually pay attention to who's in the match, and that I think deep down later on you should be making builds based off of who's in there, and you know, are there more melee focused characters, are there more mages, and then maybe you can have a build that might adjust to that, which would, you know, technically maybe make you go into different areas. But you know, it's for your favorite character, the character that you think you're going to be playing with the best. How do you want to play out the match? Because you want to give yourself the best odds. Like, even if I just do a quick analysis here, right? This character mostly is going to be, you know, a lot of these spell-oriented characters like that are going to be having high skill amplification. Some of these characters like a Luke is just going to be hitting you and smacking you around. You know, you got to keep that in mind, and then maybe have a build that's based off that. And you know, that's going to take a lot of time. And you know, that's if you want to win. You know, like if you could obviously do what I'm going to do and just kind of like make a build, and you know, as long as you're doing damage, you're happy. You know, it definitely is a more intricate, and that's actually why I like the game the most, and why I want to do this video, because I think that whole plan thing, it makes the game way more intricate. Because in other games, what they will do is they make that process random. It's like, what I don't like about Apex is that I'm in the middle of a match, and I start off, that guy has a purple armor because he landed by it, and I don't have a weapon, I don't have good armor, I don't have anything, and I just lose because that's it. That's the match. And I was like, wait, that kind of sucks. Here, that's virtually impossible unless the person can get a weapon, but the odds of them getting like a very strong weapon and you can't just run away from them is very low. So they definitely did a good job, and it's a feature that I actually wish was in Apex. I'd probably play Apex more if they had it in a system in which you cannot just automatically just be better than me within 1 or 2 seconds of the match by doing absolutely nothing. At least with this pathing, if someone has 4 to 3 purple items before I do, it's because they path correctly. Yeah, there's some RNG with the drops of what you're searching, but at the very most, it's usually because they planned it out. So I think that this game deserves kudos for that. Alrighty, so let's go. So we're in the school, and then I'm gonna see how long it takes me. It's 3 minutes. See how long it takes me to get out of the school, and then we're gonna go into, oh, take the camera, always take the camera, into the next area, which is the hotel. Like I said, this is obviously a random. Nice. And then we just need, and we're done, right? Cool. So now we're done. We're gonna head over to the hotel. So that took me about 30 seconds. Was that a person here? Oh, he's AFK. I could kill him, but why? I know I can craft something, but I found that the stop and craft something, unless you really need to, you really shouldn't. Just keep going. You want to get ahead of these people. You want to make sure that you're actually getting to your items quicker than they are. See, now I'm kind of stuck, so I'm going to start crafting stuff. Also, keep in mind of the animals that are in the area. So I know that hotel has these chickens, and I actually know that if I go down here, there's a bunch of chickens. So this is going to be specifically for this build. I know that I can get all my harvests really quickly. And see, I don't need any more harvest anymore. And then one more piano wire and I'm done. And that's it. See, now I already pathed it that I get to go here. I'm going to take care of this because it's in the area. Not too far out of my range. I don't actually need anything from it. As you saw there, a windbreaker. So technically, I didn't need the windbreaker from here. I should probably kill these dogs. I'm gonna kill the dogs, but you can see, oh, now I'm gonna teleport down into the dock after this. Kill these 2 things. And we go to dock, and we're gonna be done in dock. Outside, like I said, my leather jacket or whatever. Good thing to know is that these things, if you're going to an area late, it's good to use this thing to see if you can even get what you need. So I need 1 box, there's 8 of them, and I need 3 of these, but I need 4. So that just tells me right then and there, which is, I'm so happy I did that, is that I actually need to go to another area in order to finish my build. There goes the 1 box. And now I have the option, right? So for this, I know that there's not enough batteries in this area for me to actually finish. So I could then make the choice here to literally go to another area where the battery is, which is going to be factory, avenue, and then go there. Maybe they have more there because someone else could be looking for batteries. I could be theoretically wasting my time here trying to get that stuff. So also, when there's a limitation like that, you see this battery here, I want to make the item that's going to actually finish off my weapon instead of finishing off maybe something else that's not going to give me that much damage. Hoping this makes sense to you guys. I think we're still doing this pretty slow because of the whole thing with the battery, but I think that that was a pretty good demonstration. And also, like I said before, if you're ever getting to a point where you get a random item, you can just press B, and then you can pull up. Oh, ow, ow. You can press B, and you can see what things. Oh, nice. That actually helped me out. See, I just found something on the floor that's actually gonna help me finish out one of my builds, which is made from the battery. I don't know what you do, sir. I don't know what you do, sir. I don't know if I'm winning. Are you winning, son? I don't know. Right. I don't know. I do need to get out of here. And our build's kind of done. And we, as you saw there, I think that that was a decent fight for us. I don't know what that guy does, but that's pretty good. We're in day 2, our build is finished, and now, like I said, I can go into different areas to finish out my build. Got some good attack speed. It's a attack speed defense build, kind of, sort of, so I'm really happy with the results of this right now. So like right now, what I'm going to do is that now I know I should be looking out for to make my what is it? It's a tree of life item, right? So you have force core, meteorite items. You have a bunch of different options here. I don't know why it's not popping up the, I guess, her specific item. I don't know how to make that pop up, if I'm being honest. Nice. We'll actually be able to get the tree of life here, which is pretty funny. So we got the lighter from before, so I can make the thing. So I actually get like a really full version of my build.
This almost feels like a real masterpiece.
So I got my phantom jacket.
Believe it.
Now, yeah, see, oh yeah, here we go. We can click all items, and that's just recommended. So we know our legs need to be upgraded, right? We need to get our legs upgraded. We have heels. I can go here, click that, and then put target. And now it's gonna show me where those items are. So I need that chain again. And then now I can see that there's no chain here. Oh, nice. Alright, let's go fight something. Oh my god! And I didn't use any E's. I missed a lot of skills there, unfortunately. But still, you know, I think that that worked out pretty good, and at least it showed how cool, or at least I hope it showed, you know, making the build, what options that you have. You can obviously get different items later in the game, picking up stuff from people's corpses. That's another good thing if you didn't get like a certain build. But we finished pretty much relatively to what we wanted, outside of like upgrading my last boots, pretty much my legs into actual purple, but I kind of muffed up on that. And we were still top 4, but we didn't really fight anything. We were just running around. But, you know, she had 2 yellows. We could have had more yellows, possibly, if we routed a little bit better and things like that. So I'm actually pretty happy with that as a showcase of what you can actually do, how to route, and then, like I said, you would play around that. You would definitely go and try to make that build somewhat better. Maybe you want to make it quicker. And like I said, maybe have a different build that's saved. Have another one that's saved that's the opposite. And you can look for items mid-match by pressing B and then going, they had recommended, which was throwing me off, recommended, and then you can look at all items and then just target something and then like go towards that and then finish out your build. Or like, let's say, like I said, if you get a tree of life, any of that stuff, again, you could just target something and make another yellow, or you could just, you know, go kill somebody and take theirs. You know, it's all good in the hood. Those saved builds, those popular builds, they don't tell you like what they actually do. They don't tell you the actual pathing and the reason why it works. Like you would hope that they would leave something there. You can even do a build path here. I actually like the build path because you can actually put like W, you know, what are you leveling, and like you can really like actually have it, and then it highlights it in the game for you. Like when you're actually playing, like I can have it that it highlights, so you could really have that. You could have a description for someone else, you know, like, oh, by the way, you can get the chain at this, so don't think about it too much. And then you can also save matchups. So it's really cool. It's a really cool system, and it really changes the game on how powerful you are and how good you are. Like I could switch this chest out for maybe getting a better chest early, maybe not focusing on the weapon as much, and maybe getting a chest for her specifically. I'm saying because she scales off defense, so maybe having a good defense. This was 10. Oh no, I had the smoldering at the end of it. I had this one, which is only 25 defense, which is kind of weird that that's how much that gives, where some of these actually, as you just saw, I can get something like this one, the mithrils with a hunting item, but that's a lot of defense. 60 defense, that might be more worth it than this. You know, different things are gonna make you, and you gotta test it out, have some fun. So hopefully that gives you guys a better perspective on the save plans and how to really come and make your own. And if you guys want me to make one for a specific character, hey, I'll do it. And just say like, hey, I want a attack speed build, or I want a skill amplifying build for this character, and I want to make it as least amount of places as possible. 3, possibly 4 route path is what you kind of want to do, and I'll do it. Just let me know. But hey, until then, like, comment, subscribe. Just remember that every day at the Kashino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.